Yoda Joe's here with Playboy Parker and FBE, and we are here on the podcast. We got some interesting things, nothing crazy, but it should be fun. So I think Jake can just start whenever he's ready, since he got the topics loaded up. I know we do.
Alright, I do. So we got a good episode for us. Quite a few things to talk about, because we've missed at least 2 weeks now. So
Yes, sir.
We're gonna run through it. So let's talk about our reaction to the last 2 episodes of Amanda.
Oh, did we not talk about episode 6?
Did we? Did we talk about the one with Jack Black?
I thought we did talk about it, but maybe we didn't. Yeah, episode...
Let's just start with Moff Gideon then. Let's just start with our last episode.
Yeah, people know our thoughts, I think, on the last episode. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Oh, so we're not doing it?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to.
We haven't done it though.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it quickly. The episode was very silly, and there was some cool things in it, but...
No,
the other episode? Yeah, no. Son of a bitch. Okay, I'm coming back to the lobby. No worries.
We're talking about the spy.
Yeah, episode 7. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll get into it then. Alright, episode 7. Yeah, you wanna go first, Jake?
Yeah, okay. So let me turn that down. I don't want the quality to be very bad. Okay. Alright, so episode 7, I think that's what it was. It could have been 8, but I can't remember.
It was 7, 8 will be later.
Alright. Well, I thought this episode rocked, man. Just definitely felt like the whole story was coming together after the whole season kind of being a little bit of a drag and kind of everywhere. This season, or this episode, felt like the culmination of every episode from this season. There was a lot of good moments in there. Loved seeing Moff Gideon come back. There's a lot of mystery to the whole, who's the one who kind of set the rest of them up, because we know there's got to be more than one spy. So who's the spy among the Mandalorians?
Yeah.
That's what we're wondering. So, but yeah, really solid episode. I loved Moff Gideon's new look. I thought the little bits with Grogu were funny with the IG-12, and yeah, overall really solid episode. I can't wait for the finale, man. I'm so excited. And also, rest in peace, Paz Vizsla.
Yes, sir.
Joe, if you want to go ahead and go.
All right, so I like Jake. I've had iffies with this season. This episode was as close. What is this modern Zone Wars? Never heard of this. But yeah, but anyway, back to the thing. So this episode was absolutely fantastic. Not only the thing is, Jake's a Marvel guy. So he likes Star Wars, but when we talk about the podcast, I'm always the one that you can expect to get the deets on when it comes to Star Wars, because I got the good stuff. But yeah, so this episode was fantastic for me. One, I love Moff Gideon. I've been asking all season, where the fuck is Moff Gideon? Come on, man. My man needs to be showing up. I was a little sad he was missing his mustache, but he still was looking fresh. So, but I loved how this episode started with basically a Blade Runner 2049 moment, where you got to see the spy, the comms officer, talking to Gideon. And then we kicked right into the Shadow Council, where we find out that Hux's dad, which leads directly into the sequels, is basically working on making sure Snoke and Palpatine happen. But then Gideon's like, nah, bro. I got my own shit. I need some purge troopers. I need some purge troopers, and I need some bombers, and I need my super Mando commandos. So yeah, let's get it. So
yes.
So this shit was fire. It was really good shit. What the hell?
I fell off. Don't ask. But anyway, yeah, really good episode.
So yeah, I loved it. Rip Vizsla. That was sad, but sometimes sacrifice is necessary, and
yeah,
he knew this was the way. He knew what he had to do.
This is the way.
Yeah, went out like a badass. The Mandalorian Praetorian Guards looked good. Gideon's armor was probably super badass, and I just loved his shit. I thought it was awesome. Ending the episode with Din basically being captured was crazy, and I noticed a detail a lot of people aren't talking about. I don't know if you noticed this. Not only was Din's blaster and jetpack left behind, they took off one of his left shoulder pad of Beskar and left it there.
Yep.
So Gideon's taking like no chances, which is interesting. So I thought this was absolutely fantastic. I think we both loved this episode. The action was great. The whole writing, learning about the Night of the Thousand Tears. Welcome to the podcast, Daniel. How are you doing? So yeah, if I had to score this, it's going to be in the 9s 100%. Because it was easily the best episode of the season for me. Like, it gave me everything I wanted, and then the finale is hopefully just going to drive those points even more home. But yeah, the big question is, spies, plural? Who are the spies? We know the comms officer, and, so we got to see. Does Gideon have other turncoats in his midst? Like, who else is here to serve Lord Gideon? And what will happen when...
We have our theories, but,
Yeah, and what will happen with Gideon... what will happen when Daddy Thrawn comes knocking on Gideon's door, like, yo, bro, you betrayed me. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, that shit ain't gonna go well.
It's not. Not for Gideon. Definitely not.
I mean, I respect the man. I respect the man. He wants to do it his own way, but just don't be crossing Thrawn, man. It's a bad idea. It's a bad move. But yeah, no, this episode was fantastic. I think
I would give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh yeah, 9.5 is fantastic score. That's what I'll give it to. Great. Son of a bitch. Don't do that. All right, well, we ready to roll into the next topic? I feel like that we're pretty much wrapped on that one.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So, our next topic is so Star Wars weekend what's it called?
Star Wars Celebration. Yep.
Sorry. Oh my God, blasphemy. I can't believe I just called it Star Wars weekend.
Dear God, that's older.
Star Wars Celebration happened this past May. This past April. April already happened. Wait, we're in April.
We're in April.
I'm messing the segment. I'm messing the segment up right now. Okay. Anyway, so Star Wars Celebration happened. So we got to look at a lot of news about a few things. We're gonna start off with the movies, though. We got some big news about the next 3 movies we're getting. So, first of all, we finally have news on Dave Filoni's movie, and it's going to be the culmination of all of everything that he's been building up for the past 5 years, which is, The Mandalorian. Even more than that, honestly. Like, he's been building this up since Rebels and Clone Wars, but it's basically gonna be like
basically Mando Endgame confirmed.
Mando Endgame, that's basically what it is. Mando / Ahsoka Endgame. So
yep.
That's gonna be, it's basically his passion project. It's gonna be his child. Like, he's gonna birth this child. He's gonna,
he's got his own Grogu.
Yeah. So it's gonna be awesome to see what he does with this movie. I'm really excited to see what he has in store. You can definitely expect Ahsoka to be there, probably Ezra, maybe Mando. We'll see, because I'm only saying maybe because we don't know what's going to happen to him, because we still have 2 more seasons of Mando left. There's just this last one and then another one, but yeah. But it's basically just Dave. Like, this is basically everything that he's been building up. This will be the finale of it, and I for one am very excited. So, what are your thoughts on Filoni's movie, man?
Oh, this was the best movie announcement for me, because I've been waiting for this day. And also, this isn't just going to be Mando Endgame, because let's get one thing straight, okay?
It's Thrawn Endgame.
Well, yeah, it's not even just Thrawn Endgame. I firmly believe with everything they're setting up in Ahsoka, and they might call it something different, but this movie is entirely setting itself up to be a Heir to the Empire retelling. I believe that the reason they're teasing Heir to the Empire is this movie is Heir to the Empire. They'll tease Heir to the Empire in Ahsoka.
Empire?
I don't know if it will be called it, but it's definitely going to be inspired by it.
How awesome would that be if it was called Empire?
Dude, if it's called Heir to the Empire, I'll lose my fucking shit, because that's the best fucking Star Wars story. Like, it's... When I heard that shit, out of everything in the Ahsoka trailer, that was the thing when I heard Ahsoka say those words, where I was like, wait a minute, no. Did you just say, wait? And I was like...
Did you just say Heir to the Empire? Like,
yeah, I was losing my shit, because I love that fucking book. So, yeah, that shit's going to be awesome. And just the fact that we have all these characters, and we know with like, the thing about Heir to the Empire is, like, people are getting a little worried because people are pissed about Rey, which we'll get into another thing. People are pissed about Rey getting her own new movie, which leads into why people would be excited for the Mando characters. What did you say?
Where are you, man? You're going to die.
I'm inside. I'm trying to get out, but it won't let me. Let me try. But yeah, no, this whole thing, Dave Filoni's a genius, and I know this culmination is going to be something special, and I can't wait to see it. Shit, I was trying to get out of there, and then the thing. So, yeah, I'm hyped about this. I think this is going to be great. I think Thrawn is the perfect antagonist to do a whole overarching villain, because he's not your simple villain. You can't just... He's not just going to take a lightsaber to you, and then you fight him a couple cool battles, and he's defeated. Thrawn is like a type of villain that you play with chess with, but imagine you may have all the power in the world, all the skills in the world, but you lose because this man is always 10 steps ahead of you. And that's why this is going to be so interesting, is because he's going to be in Ahsoka, he'll carry into other places, and then this movie is going to... Why do you keep doing that?
I didn't mean to do it.
and then the culmination of everything is just going to keep coming. So this is great, because we can see all these characters that we want to see meet up, team up, have these great moments, and we're all in this big threat. And if it is Heir to the Empire, then that just means Star Wars fans are going to be very happy. So yeah, in terms of this one, I think this is going to be great. I'm down for Dave Filoni getting to do the culmination of the Mandoverse. I think this is the perfect thing for him to do. And so yeah, I'm down. I think it looks great. I can't wait.
Pull out your weapons, coward.
Shit, really?
Alright, so next movie, I'm basically going from best to worst. So next movie we got announced is James Mangold's movie that he will be making. We knew pretty much nothing about this, other than it was directed by James Mangold. And now we know what it is. It's going to be Dawn of the Jedi. That's the title. And it's basically the origin of the Jedi. And I think, on paper, it sounds like a really cool concept. I would be surprised if he messed it up. I don't think he will, though, because it's not that hard of a topic.
Yeah, plus he's a good director, so I doubt he'll...
I mean, if you guys have ever checked out Logan, you know how good of a director he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's directing this new indie film, which I've heard a lot of good things about. So
yeah, which apparently when he was doing indie, he got the idea for this movie. So
yeah, I'm very excited for this for Dawn of the Jedi, and I think I think it was a good choice going with Mangold. But Joe, what do you think about this?
I think this is great. It's about time we see something this early into the origins of the Jedi. I think this will tie into something that they kind of hint... Oh, shit. I think they tie in something that kind of happened in the sequels, where they talked about how Luke said, you know, he's got this mural of the first Jedi that looked like Snoke wielding the whole yin and yang, dark and light balance. And I think they're going to really get into that. Like, what does the first Jedi look like? What does the first lightsaber look like? Where does this origin and does the religion of the Jedi first become a thing? And this is a time period that needs to happen in Star Wars. So Mangold is definitely the guy to do it. I hope he's got some strong writers behind him as well, because even though a director is great, we've learned with movies and TV shows that you need. It's not about the director; it's about directors stacked with good writers as well.
Right.
So I'm definitely hoping for both to happen. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I think this is great, and I love that these previous two topics are positive, because it's about to get ugly in a minute.
Well, before we go on to that, I want to ask something. Who can we expect to see in Dawn of the Jedi? In your opinion, who do you think we could expect to see?
I'll be surprised if it's anyone we know because it's so far away from the past. There's only like maybe one other person there's only a couple Jedi that could see being alive long enough to be there.
And who's that?
Yoda'd be the only one that I could think of that could appear. But even then, I don't think he will because I think they might focus on new Jedi.
Well, I mean, every movie has some sort of antagonist or villain. Who do you think could possibly be the antagonist or villain of Dawn of the Jedi?
I need to look at the timeline again to see where we are, because if it's Old Republic, then there's more options, but I think it's before even Old Republic.
It's before Old Republic.
Yeah, so then I'd have to think...
Republic is before anything.
Well, if they wanted to, because they've been trying to satisfy people with good Star Wars films, if they want to go that old, there is always the option of, I heard that they were basing in Ahsoka the darkside characters of Shin and Baywan are based off Darth Bane and his apprentice. So maybe they bring in Darth Bane to this whole thing, because people would like to see the Rule 2 started on this early on, I think. So doing Bane would be pretty cool. I think that'd be cool to see. So yeah, I don't know. The possibilities with this are really open to anything, but I think that there's some strong ones for sure. Fuck you in that wall. You know, I think this is going to be great. I mean, Dawn of the Jedi, sure, great lightsaber duels are planned since they'll be the very first ones.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie. The only thing I'm concerned about is how well this movie is going to do in terms of box office, just because not a lot of people are familiar with Old Republic / High Republic / just pretty much the start of the
But I think enough Star Wars fans are starting to become more familiar that this might get won over depending on how the trailers and how the marketing. If the marketing is good, people will probably be here for it.
I agree. All right, so our next movie that we have that was announced. I don't know if it was by Kathleen Kennedy, but it was. Wasn't it? I think it was announced because she's the whole owner of this timeline of.
Yeah, unfortunately, because she's obsessed with this timeline.
We got some sequel news, and we know our movie is getting. We're getting another Star Wars movie based on the sequel trilogy with Rey as the main character, and there's not an official plot or synopsis, but we know from what we were told, basically the plot of the movies is Rey starting this new Jedi Academy, or trying to start a new Jedi Academy.
And it's supposed to be 15 years after Rise, apparently.
Yep, that too.
Fucking asshole.
Joe, how do we feel about this?
Oh, this is gonna get tough. I knew there would be sequel movies, but I'm just gonna flat out say it. And this could turn out good. Don't get me wrong, but on paper, with what we know of this character and that they have not done a good job telling this character, this sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah. Because
literally, they already wasted their other best Jedi candidate, which would be Finn, and I doubt he's coming back. And Rey, no offense, they let Rey try and lead a trilogy before, and it failed epically. So why does she get another fucking chance? And now you're gonna have a Palpatine lead her own Jedi Order? Like, the fuck?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna see all these movies because I want to review them all, but I'm not expecting good things from this movie. I mean, especially looking at the directors and writers they chose for it, there's some decent people, but anybody involved with sequel stuff, I don't trust. Because those stories, just in my opinion, and maybe The Mandalorian in the couple seasons will start to improve upon things, but you can improve things, that doesn't mean people are going to like what we got.
Yeah.
So realistically,
it's also being written by Miss Marvel, the writers, Miss Marvel.
Yeah, which makes me also nervous because as much as I know you vouch for the show, I don't like inconsistency.
There was parts of it that I wasn't really keen on.
Yep.
To say that. But we'll see how it goes. Now, out of the three of these, which one financially do you think will do the best?
You want to know the unfortunate thing?
I was gonna say, and be honest.
If I'm being honest, because I don't know how this happened, but Star Wars is unfortunately divided by three fractions now, and unfortunately, this just like the fucking Snyder trolls, the fucking sequel fans are now starting to pop up everywhere.
Yep.
And I'm really hating it because I would hope. Now, here's the only thing that I could think though that's crazy, is the other thing that's grown since the sequel fans, because the sequel after Solo happened and after and before Rise, but right after Last Jedi, Star Wars started to kind of go through this kind of bombing process because of the box office. People were pissed, and it wasn't until Mando where people came back around. So there is a chance that I think that because of Rey and lots of people wanted Rey back for whatever fucking reason, I think that the sequel movie will make money, but with Dave backing the Filoni movie, or the Filoni movie being like, you know, the culmination of all these characters that people are already falling in love with, I think the only thing that stands against the Mando movie making money is that it has to be from every person that has Disney Plus to want to pay attention to these characters and go watch this.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I did some numbers crunching, and there are not only a lot of people that have Disney Plus, but there are a lot of people that are the most invested Star Wars storylines are what's happening in the Mandalorian timeline right now. So I think realistically, I would be shocked if the Mandalorian culmination movie didn't make more money than the sequels, because I think that even though the sequels have their fans, this isn't like. The best way to describe this is, if you look at the numbers for the prequel trilogy, people can say what they want about the prequel trilogy, but the prequel trilogy made their money. Oh, whether people thought those movies were good or bad, that people back in that day,
Phantom Menace was one of the highest grossing films of all time when it came out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing that I think we need to think of, is like, it's not only just about whether these movies will be good. Do we believe that enough people are going to be like, you know, I'm down for this? Like, people will go see these movies because they want to be connected to Star Wars lore and they want to be connected to the canon. But, hey, FB, but the people in the whole thing, yeah, he said, hey, in the chat for some reason. But the people in the whole thing, I would be shocked if there's a high percentage of people that are excited about the sequel stuff. Especially because I didn't want to make this point because I could see this getting really toxic, but I have a feeling that Kathleen's writing this sequel movie. Oh, cool, FBE. Well, what did you say? What did you say, Jake?
What did FBE say?
Said if you want to watch my side of the podcast, here's a link he sent. Apparently.
Well, I was actually just gonna get FBE involved. FBE, what are your opinions on these three movies that have been announced?
Ooh. You're not interested in any of them? Okay.
That's... Oh, the Rey stuff, yeah.
Well, yeah, see, the Rey one is it's nonsense. See, none of us agree on the Rey one, which is good.
Yeah. The Rey one deserves to die. Dog shit.
Literally, the only reason the Rey one is even happening is because Kathleen Kennedy's still in office.
That's true. Joe, why won't you die?
I won't reveal my secret. Huh. Oh!
Alright, so we got those three. So those are cool movies. I think I was gonna ask everybody what they're most excited for out of those three, but I think we all know which one.
I think we're all excited for the Mandoverse movie. Even though James Mangold is attached to the other one, I just don't think, like, even though Origins of the Jedi sounds exciting, you can't compete with everyone going up against Thrawn, because Thrawn has so many great forces, and it's going to be such an amazing cinematic Star Wars event just to see them go up against a threat that they really will not know how to fight. Because all these characters are going to want to take this guy head on, and they just can't.
Oh.
And that's going to be great. Oh, shit.
Okay. Here's what I wanted to ask you, Joe. So we know that obviously we're going to finish off this. We have one more episode left of Mando, and then we have season 4. No.
Yep, yeah, 4. Season 4.
Season 4. It's going to be which of these 3 movies do you think we're getting first?
Well, I know the Rey movie's pretty much coming sooner than later because they said that I think the script stuff is almost done. So, and I think they said it was coming in 2025. So I'd imagine that one's going to be the first one to come out. And then, let's see, Mangold started talking about writing his movie when doing Indy. I'm going to guess that Rey maybe first, and then I think Mangold's movie, I think Filoni's movie will be the last one to come out. Okay. Because I think personally,
I could imagine that we get obviously season 5 of Mando, and then maybe a season 2 of Ahsoka, and then maybe something else after that.
Well, you want to know something wild? I'm gonna throw something wild out there because I know it's not on the table yet, but because they announced this movie, things could start to become on the table. So let's imagine this, right? Mando season 4. So like we talked about, say Boba appears in the Mando season 3 finale, right?
Yeah.
Then he's in Mando season 4. Boba does. So we're saying he appears, right?
Yeah,
Not in
Boba season 2 could be awesome.
Yeah. So that's the other thing I'm saying is that what if Mando season 4 is set up for Book of Boba season 2 to take place? So then it's like, okay, then you get that happening, and you have another show, and then maybe so let's think. So we'd have Ahsoka. So we have Ahsoka. We get Mando season 3. We get Ahsoka over the summer. Then Mando season 4 probably happens. Then you get another show, and we're also forgetting the biggest Easter egg in the room that people keep forgetting is also going to be canon because Favreau's working on it. We can't cancel out Skeleton Crew as a part of this as well. Because
they said is a part of it, will be a part of that movie that Filoni's making.
It's possible because they said they're all connected, and they said that that we could see characters from these other shows in Skeleton Crew. So I think it's possible it could be connected. I don't know if those characters will be important enough to appear, but we'll see. It just depends what stories they tell in Skeleton Crew. Outside of Jude Law and not knowing enough. Yeah. Although we do know one thing that we revealed at Star Wars Celebration. Here's one thing I thought about. Jude Law is supposed...
Whoa, Joe. We're going to get to that later.
Okay, you want us to talk about the skeleton stuff later? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll save it for later then. Yeah.
But yeah.
So I think definitely the Filoni stuff is it's going to take some time because there's going to be so much to culminate. So as much as I hate to admit it, I think we're going to have to suffer through this sequel movie probably first, and then the Mangold one because he's going to probably take some time to get because he's not even casted his movie yet. Unfortunately, the Rey movie, I'm sure they'll add more people, but as of right now, its lead is Rey again, and that's already going to turn people off.
Right, yeah.
There's only 2 things that I think there are only 3 things that I think could make this movie not good, but at least worth watching.
Watchable, yeah.
Yeah, and watchable. So the 3 things that I think that could happen are, if some miracle happens, that they're able to rope both John Boyega and Adam Driver back into this mess, which I think Adam might come back, but it's doubtful that John Boyega will.
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
And I'm not even going to mention any possibility of Oscar Isaac coming back because it's just not happening. It's not happening.
Opted out.
Yeah, I think there might still be a chance because John Boyega isn't doing big projects, so he needs money. So he might be like, well, it's a big paycheck, so I might as well. Where I think Adam is like, it depends with him as an actor, as being such a good actor. If he gets offered something like, say he works for Marvel, just like Oscar Isaac, then he probably won't come back. But I mean, realistically, it depends what they do, because I think a lot of people...
Clearly, 65 is not getting a franchise. So.
Yeah, so he could come back. And there's ways that they can work around him coming back and how they could use it. And if anything, if we get new Kylo Ren content, I'd be interested. The other thing that I wonder is, since this is going to be a new Jedi Order movie, that means we need a new... And with Palpatine out of the picture, that means we need a new threat, right? So the other thing that could make this movie interesting is, what does a villain look like in a post-sequel trilogy world?
Right, yeah.
Right, like who rises up?
Who's the antagonist of that movie?
I personally am hoping for... I don't know which character... I don't know if it'll be a known character or it'll be a new character, because this timeline is... If it's a new...
It's time we introduce a new, because, you know, it was, I think most people responded pretty well to Moff Gideon showing up in Mando, even though we had no idea who that was.
If it's a new character, what I want is, I want the next Ventress. It's time we get a new Star Wars female villain.
Please. Give me the next female Sith.
Yep, that's what I want. I think Rey having an actual compelling, interesting villain might actually lead interest into the movie. Well, it doesn't fix her character.
And have it and cast the Sith villain to be cast Kate Blanchett, because she did really good as Halo.
She'd be good, yeah. I think there's a list of people that could probably crush that role, but I think it depends on who the character is.
Joe, don't say Jenna Ortega, please.
I wasn't going to. I would want it to be an older actress, not Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
I would want someone who has... I would want someone...
FBE said he wanted Tom Holland to be the next Sith, so I was like, really, FBE? He's like, oh, that's my fellow Brit. And I said, just because he's British doesn't mean he should be a Sith.
Good luck. No, you know what I want? You know who should be if they were gonna do a guy Sith, the next Sith, if they were gonna do another guy Sith, you gotta have. Oh dang, that was nice. If they're gonna do another guy Sith, they should just have Christian Bale redeem himself at Disney and play the next villain Sith. Let's do it. But if we're doing a chick Sith, then there's a good list. You know who I want?
How well do you think Christian Bale could play a Sith? Like,
dude,
like a completely psychotic Sith.
Oh, dude, he would crush it. I mean, people would be like, "Gore who? What? What the fuck is Gore?" No, man. This shit is off the chain. Like, oh yeah, he could. Like, I just imagine, just imagine the scripts from American Psycho, and just like add like a red lightsaber to that, and like lightning, and just dude, that was a good shot. I'll give you that. That was a good one. That was a good shot you pulled. That was nice.
American Psycho with the lightsaber.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, man. Like when you think of like how psychotic you could be, and just like that's like how you got to do it. You got to go crazy.
Totally.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And then in terms of female villains for Sith, I would like to get someone like, for me, in terms of female character, someone who could be really good as a villain. I would want Eva Green to play a female Sith. That would make me happy. I'd like to see Eva Green.
It's not a terrible choice, but I don't know.
I just feel like we already had Kate Blanchett in Marvel, and she already crushed it as hell. It's time to give someone else a chance to do something different. Like, I think she'd be good, but I think someone like Eva would be great.
But casting.
Yeah, I definitely think that she would be good. There's others that I say, but yeah, I think a new villain would be interesting. It would set the series on a new path. Especially if this character had nothing to do with the Empire, which would be great to see a new evil rise that wasn't connected to the Empire. I think would be really cool.
Yeah.
How high do you think you're gonna go? But yeah, I think this wraps the sequel talk about the new movies pretty much, right? So we got to go to the next topic.
Yep. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Okay. So the next two we're just gonna like knock out of the way. We have two things confirmed for season 2: Tales of the Jedi and Andor season 2. Andor season 2 coming fall 2024. Tales of the Jedi TBA, but we did see a sneak peek of Andor, a little teaser. I don't know if you watched it, Joe, but from what I saw, it looked It pretty much just looked like Andor season 1, but like buffed up. Like it just looks like an upgrade from the first season. And honestly, I'm all for it, man.
What did it seem
I
like was different? Like, what was something that you noticed that was like different to it? Like, when you say buffed up,
honestly,
like,
all of the characters, they just all not looked different, but they seemed, I don't know how to put it, edgy, I guess, more just like kind of fed up, more just I mean, you could tell they all kind of just looked, not happy. They're all
did
kind of
did
pissed, but
did did it look like there was going to be a lot more action in season one, or
um, probably about the same amount, to be honest.
okay?
Lot of good shots of Stellan Skarsgård, um, because he's still in there. We got some more looks at Andor and that officer guy that was kind of in love with that the lady.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's right.
I can't remember their names to save my life, but
You're
yeah,
fine.
I'm excited though. I love Andor. Andor was one of my favorite series, probably my favorite Star Wars series so far. So
Yeah, Andor's pretty good.
yeah, Joe didn't like it because there was no action. He's like, why is there no
No,
action?
no, I liked
Every
it.
single series has to have action. That's what Joe said.
I did not say that. I actually do like Andor, and I did like the writing of the show. There was episodes that were slow, but I get that was the point of the show, that it was different, and that I enjoyed it for being different.
Yeah. Actually, Joe, calm down.
You don't like getting shot?
And then Tell the Jedi, no footage, TBA. We just know that it's coming. So Joe, I have a question for you. I think we kind of already know what to expect from Andor, but what do you want for Tell the Jedi season 2? Because season 1 I think you liked, but I wasn't very. I was.
Here's my thing with season one. I think season one, they should have chose better episodes and better characters for their arcs. So like, I think we needed more of the Dooku stuff. So I would have liked to seen more of that and that been the main focus. But unfortunately, they focused on other things. I'm hoping for at least one or two, because they did kind of have a conflict between them. I'd like some.
Jump on the jump pad.
I'd like some Mace Windu, stuff would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty nice. I think something with Yoda would be nice. I'm down for pretty much anything. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. I personally would have preferred, instead of a season 2, a Tales of the Sith, but I mean, I think that might come eventually. So.
Oh. God.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. I think we need some more Sith action, to be honest. I
Yeah.
like the idea of Tales of the Sith. And they could do that, but definitely some more Windu stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, Windu would be
do
cool.
Some more stuff with Dooku, but there's a lot of other great Jedi. Like, I would love to see, there's so many Jedi that you can do this with.
I definitely think Plo Koon would be great. I definitely think Quinlan Voss would be good. Yeah, yeah, lots of good stuff.
Shakti, there's so many great Jedi you can do this show with, and it kind of saddens me that the first season was so underwhelming and so one-sided.
I think it was more of just a trial run. I think their basis for that show, and the problem was is they put the thing in with Ahsoka in there, but they should have just stuck with the entire season around the Dooku stuff, because that was the stuff that, if you look at the ratings of that show, that's the stuff that people really liked, and the stuff that people really wanted to see. So I think that would have been cool, which is why I think there's so many cool things for Tales of the Sith. But I hope that we get like better Jedi stories in season 2, like things that people actually want to see. Like, I would love to see. There's certain arcs with certain Jedi that I think would be great to have.
Right. Yeah. Definitely, man. Yeah. Let's those two out of the way. FB, any thoughts of? Did you watch any of those? By the way. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So next, we got teasers for the upcoming shows. So we'll start with Acolyte. We got our first look at Acolyte. I watched it. I think I watched it the day it came out. The leaked footage of it. I can't quite remember what I saw, but it looks decent. You know, I think we gotta wait for a full trailer. I don't really have thoughts on Acolyte right now. I mean, from what I know and what it's gonna be, it sounds like a pretty cool concept, but I just don't know what to expect until we see, you know, at least the first trailer. So, you have any thoughts, Joe? Any thoughts on Acolyte?
Oh, I've always been a fan of this idea of this show, and when they started mentioning that they pitched this as Kill Bill meets Frozen, I'm completely all in on this. And then when I saw the little leak about the little martial arts aspects and the mystic elements, I'm here for this shit because the idea of this is something I've wanted to see, and I think that the concept of this is, dang, you got me there. I think the concept of this is great, and I think the idea of the characters they're involving, the ideas that they're coming up with here, is very original, and I think it's going to be something that's very cool. So I'm all for this. I mean, the Acolyte, that's something that hasn't been covered for a long time. Also, if you look at the timeline with the time period for the Acolyte, this is the time that we want to be in. So, to me, it's great. Most of the majority of the Star Wars fans that are my age, we're excited about this time period because it's not explored very often, except for us diehards who read the books, and it's one that we really want.
I wouldn't say you're a diehard, Joe. But okay.
Oh, I'm a hardcore diehard. I've read books that you wouldn't even dream of.
What? What does that mean, Joe?
It means I've read every. It means my roots. Are you down to Langor? What's going on? What's going on, Loyalty? How are you doing?
Did you say, are you down to wank it?
No, he said Wangler.
A wager.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to play? You want to play me and Jake for money? Why are we?
What that means, Joe.
Why are we wagering? Well, why is this happening?
He wants to wager us on our podcast.
That's so weird.
That's
no,
funny.
I'm just literally going off the fact that, like, with this previous thing is I grew up reading the Old Republic, playing the Old Republic games, and and then also the High Republic concept is becoming very interesting to me. So I'm very on board with this idea. I even started reading some of the High Republic novels, and I'm really liking what I'm reading. So it's pretty cool to me. So and the Acolyte, the characters I've heard that they're using in this, and if they do what I think they're going to do with this show, Star Wars fans that have been fans of Star Wars, like, the same ways that you have Marvel fans that get excited for Marvel things, this is going to be one of the shows with the hardcore Star Wars things that gets people really excited. Especially if the rumors about Plagueis are true in this show.
Oh my god, how crazy would that be?
Dude, if we get Plagueis, I'll lose my shit. I've always wanted to see Darth Plagueis. Hey, knock it off with that shit. Can I not? You know what? Fuck you. I read it wrong. It's literally almost 3 a.m. Cut me some slack.
You're gonna die, Joe.
I'm trying to get out of there, but you keep blasting me so I can't go anywhere.
How are you not dead yet? How are you not dead yet?
I like 1 bar of health somehow.
Okay. Because Joe looks like easy pickings to him.
I don't even know who this person is.
Is it Lil T who asked you that? Oh, it just said Lil T.
Once again, it's 3:16 in the morning, as I said.
Alright, so let's move on. So, this I do remember. We got our first footage of Skeleton Crew. This show looks awesome, dude. You got Jude Law, who's like the space cowboy. I don't even know what he is. He looks like a space cowboy to me, but whatever he is, you know, whoever Jude Law is in this, he's kind of like, you know, chaperoning like a bunch of these kids around. And I think it's an interesting concept. Like I want to know what the show is, man. There's a lot of things that I've heard, you know, whispers about what's going on in the show, but overall, I mean, I just don't know what to expect. So, yeah, it's some really interesting stuff though coming out of this teaser. We got a glimpse of that pirate from Mando, who keeps showing up. So that was pretty cool. So I feel like this show, along with Acolyte, are gonna be very interconnected with a ton of the stuff we've seen in the
Oh
past
yeah.
series. So I'm all into Skeleton Crew, 100%. What are your thoughts, Joe?
I think Skeleton Crew sound. I'm excited about the fact that it's connected from what we heard from the Mandoverse. I like Jude Law. I think there's interesting things. Me personally, if I had to pick between the two, I'm more interested in the Acolyte because of the characters. To me, are more interesting. But I think that this was going to be great. I do think Jude Law is a big win for this. I think the concept that they're playing with here is also really cool. So I think they're going to do some cool things. I think it's going to be cool. But I wait till we have a real trailer before I really give a proper opinion on it. Because I really just don't know enough about what to expect. Like, the pirate stuff is interesting. There is one thing that could happen in this show, considering it connects one pirate, that I would be on board with if they do it, but I don't know if they will.
What is that?
I would love them, since it's called Skeleton Crew and they're probably going to incorporate more pirate stuff. I would love it if we got to see live action Hondo in this show. If we could see Hondo, dude, I would love it. I would literally love it.
Is he dead though? Wouldn't he be dead?
No, not according to the Galaxy's Edge timeline. He's alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I was at Galaxy's Edge, he's still selling the Falcon and stuff.
Wow, I would love to see Hondo, man. I think that's a really good idea and something you could incorporate into this show.
I agree.
Especially if there's pirates roaming around in this show. So.
Yeah, I like the idea of Hondo for sure.
I'm just surprised that pirate slipped out of Amanda's hands. There's not a lot of people can do that, and this guy was able to escape without, I mean, he escaped with his life, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Skeleton Crew is going to be something special. It's going to be cool to see. And also, we were forgetting the number one thing about Skeleton Crew that people should be most excited about.
Jude Law.
Well, yeah, but John Watts is directing.
All right, of Spider-Man fame.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he was going to direct Fantastic Four until that went through.
But he left it for this, so
yeah.
He must have really liked this.
Do you think it was a good idea, or do you think? Well, chill out. I'm just picking my weapons, Jeff.
I mean, I'm picking
my weapons, Jeff. Chill out.
All right. Well, you're in my zone, so I don't like the idea of you do.
Got you, Joe. I got you. I checked him, Joe. There's no I disappeared. He can't find me. Let's heal up real quick.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely going to be a great show, and I think everything with it sounds pretty cool. And John Watts being involved, I think he's making the right choice. He just did Spider-Man. He probably wants a little break from Marvel, do something a little different.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, keep me in. This is good by John Watts. I want to see how that goes, because from what I've seen, it looks pretty cool. But yeah. Also, one of the kids is like a mini Max Rebo, so I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah. You're gonna get hit.
Joe, don't do this to me, man. Come on. We're chill, right, Joe? We're chill. Hi, Joe.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much wrapped on Skeleton Crew, so we guess we can continue.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to focus here. I'm trying to knock you back on the storm.
You're worried I'm gonna kill you.
No, I'm not.
You sure?
You're not my dad.
Son of a bitch.
How do you feel, Joe?
Focused. Dang it.
Alright. Here's the big one, though. We got our first trailer for Ahsoka. Oh my god. Is it everything we've ever wanted? So, we've pretty much been talking about this whole podcast. We've been referencing Heir to the Empire, and this trailer is where we heard it. Right from Ahsoka's mouth. Yeah, just a lot of things I love about this trailer. You have pretty much the entire Ghost crew coming back for this series, except for Kayla, what's his name? Who's the guy who died? I forgot his name.
Kanan. Yep.
Kanan Jarrus. That's right. Um, everybody except him, but yeah, we got a glimpse of Ezra. Glimpse. We saw Chopper, saw Sabine, saw Hera, saw Ahsoka, obviously, and the big reveal we saw Thrawn, is confirmed to be played by Matt. Oh my god, I almost said Matt Mikkelsen.
Lars Mikkelsen.
Lars Mikkelsen. This is gonna be awesome. And I just can't wait for this series, man. This series looks peak as hell, man. And we have God, what's his name playing that new Sith?
Ray Stevenson. Yeah.
Ray Stevenson, right? Playing the new Sith, and he looks like he has an apprentice or someone relating to him. I don't know who she is, but she looks pretty badass.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, what are your thoughts, Joe? How excited are you for this show?
I'm all in on this. I've been immediately excited about this show more than any of the other Mando properties because of the fact that this is Dave Filoni doing what Dave Filoni does best.
Right.
I've always felt like Mando was always the brainchild of Favreau, and Favreau just kind of tagged with Filoni to get all the actual connection stuff done. So like this is really Filoni getting to run the show, do his thing, tell a story with Ahsoka that he's really excited about, but also include all these other characters. This is really the Rebels sequel we've been waiting for, and the fact that they're touching on new characters in the dark side, but they're not using the typical red lightsabers, and they actually have more of a hint of orange, in hinting that they could be the very first versions of dark Jedi without being full Sith, but still could be very much a threat to our heroes, is fantastic. Oh yeah, I wiped you out. I'm sorry.
what the fuck just happened?
I annihilated you.
You just one-shotted me.
Yep. Yeah. So I love all this. It's cool with the Great Ghost Crew. I like that we see Ezra in the trailer, but it's more of like just kind of like, okay, this is what Ezra used to look like. So that like when we see him later, it's gonna be different. And everyone just seeing everyone going through these changes is gonna be great. And just like I said, seeing Thrawn, and also I don't know if you know this, but at Star Wars Celebration there was a different trailer that was revealed that showed
his face.
Yep, not only Thrawn's face, but it showed other new things as well. Something else it showed was we see Sabine with Ezra's lightsaber.
Yep.
Which is confirmed in the leaks.
We see a version of Sabine, which looks like they're going to go through multiple time zones here, because we see Sabine in this trailer. We see her with long hair, but there's a part in the trailer that we haven't seen where she still has the sword hanging on her armor. So.
Yeah, well, I figured we'd go through multiple time periods, considering the fact that in the end of Rebels, you see Ahsoka and her go off together, but then in this trailer, you see they haven't seen each other in a long time, but she's got the long hair. So I actually think this show is going to start...
It seems like their first attempt, obviously. I think we all knew after The Mandalorian, that episode, The Jedi, we kind of assumed that their plan to save Ezra failed that the first time, because clearly none of them came back with Ezra. So,
yeah, and they didn't find Thrawn either. So
Thrawn, yep.
Yeah, so that is going to be interesting. I agree, and I love the fact that not only are something you didn't mention that I will mention. It's great that we're getting Lars Mikkelsen because he is Thrawn in Rebels. But here's the best thing: is that Timothy Zahn has been brought in to consult on the writing of Thrawn to make sure that Dave Filoni wants this done 100% the way that Thrawn needs to be from every angle of who the character is. And so this is fantastic. Thrawn is going to be a villain like Star Wars that you guys have never seen because he doesn't have a lightsaber. He's not like Gideon where he just goes and wants a darksaber and can just slash through his opponents. He's calculated and smart. He's like a Moriarty of the Star Wars universe, or a Sherlock of the Star Wars universe, where he's so smart and calculated, and he can fight, and he is capable of fighting, but he doesn't have to. He can hire other people to work for him. He can plan. He can plot. He truly is so awesome. And the whole concept, the Ghost Crew in here,
basically.
Yes, he is, and he definitely hired these Dark Jedi for his own purpose. We also noticed something that you didn't talk about that I'm surprised about. It also seems Thrawn is still hired one of the remaining Inquisitors at this time as well. Because
It looks like I don't know. I don't want to say for sure, but it looks like it could be I think the 7th brother or 8th brother. I'm not sure.
Yep.
They all kind of blend together at this point, but one of the brothers. I think 7th brother, but I'm not sure.
Well, I like about the difference between the Inquisitor and these new Dark Jedi is the Inquisitor has a full crimson lightsaber, which is the normal red. The Dark Jedi still have more of an orange tint. Now,
Right.
I have a theory about why the Dark Jedi are orange and why the other characters have the red. And so my theory is, in the Disney canon, in order to have a complete crimson red and be a full Darksider, you have to bleed your crystal to full red. Now, before Disney took over, the original way to make your lightsaber a certain color when you were on the dark side was called synthetic crystals.
Yep.
And I believe that is the case. I believe that these Dark Jedi have not done the full commitment ritual to bleed their crystals, which is going to be very interesting. So I'm happy that we're getting these new kind of interesting conflicted characters. I believe that these are survivors of Order 66 that they just started working for Thrawn because they probably don't have anything better to do, and Thrawn can pay them, and Thrawn is such a threat to them that they felt it's better to survive than to just die and wipe out like the rest of our kind. So I think this is going to be really cool. I think there's so many cool things. I think Ahsoka is going to be my biggest thing to being excited about Ahsoka, probably more than anyone, is everybody in Star Wars is into a certain part of Star Wars. They're into a certain thing that they like. I grew up on Star Wars for the Jedi and Sith mythology, as well as incredible lightsaber duels. And a lot of the leakers...
the best duels here.
Yeah, well, the leakers even said that these duels are better than Obi-Wan. So...
Yeah.
So, which I'm not surprised by.
That's not really a stiff competition because the duels in there were kind of poopy, except for that last one.
Well, yeah, I think that's the thing, is like they were referring to mostly the real, like, because the hype for that show is built around the Vader versus Obi-Wan one.
I'm saying, dude, there's still the best duel, the best lightsaber duel ever in Star Wars lore right now is still, I mean, live action, of course, is still the, not Duel of the Fates, but the
Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Yeah, that's the best live action one. Best animated one is probably
Ahsoka versus Maul, easily.
Yep, I agree. That's my favorite too.
Love that one, dude.
That was so good. The banter in that fight it plays so well.
Oh yeah, I love when she's mentioning Anakin. She's like, if Master Anakin was here,
you wouldn't have lasted long. Yep. Yeah, it's great.
Makes me wonder, have they ever fought each other before? Who knows?
I do not know. I mean, he was out to kill him, but they didn't seem like they've met before, so it's definitely, yeah, no, I'm hyped for this. I think everything about the Ahsoka show gets me excited. The fact that we're going into Heir of the Empire territory and there's already very many things that are woven into this trailer that connect to where we're going, and I think this is going to be great. I think Dave is really going to show people, like when he directs his episodes of Mando and he brings the little cameos in, you guys are only getting a taste of his potential. Where here, you guys are going to really see why Dave Filoni is the best person in the business at Star Wars. And that's going to be really an amazing gift for everyone to see. And I can't wait for that.
Where's Zeb in this trailer too? I want to know where Zeb is, man.
I think Zeb is officially, like, I think he still is loyal to the Ghost Crew, but I think he's officially joined the New Republic. So I think he's
Do you think he'll catch up? Do you think he'll ever be part of or at least join back up with them?
He might, because at the end of Rebels, he was connected with Agent Callus, and they were working together. So I wonder if, because Agent Callus was a part of the ISB, and then he betrayed them, and then decided to join up with the Rebels. I'm wondering, because he's not shown in this trailer, but they're so connected to each other. I wonder if this is going to be the show that we finally see live action Rex, because Ahsoka and Rex are so connected in Clone Wars and even Rebels. Like, so to see Tam be Rex would just be awesome. I would love it. Of course, that would be such an emotional reunion for her.
Joe, stop.
What?
I'm trying to build a door so I can let you in. I'm a door, Joe.
You're trying to let me in when I'm trying to
Joe,
blast your head up? I jumped down, unfortunately.
What were we saying? Oh yeah, Ahsoka. Yeah.
I just want to see. Yeah, I want to see Rex,
really
man.
Good. Yeah, Rex. I loved Rex, dude, and
Oh, yeah.
I loved him in Bad Batch this season. But yeah, we'll.
Which we got to talk about that next because we got season 3 news for that too.
We'll talk about that next. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, man, yeah, Rex would be awesome to see.
Dang it! Nice.
Anyway, yeah, that was cool. All right. Oh shit, I didn't put that on. Okay, well let's just bring it up now because I didn't put it on the list. But yeah, Bad Batch season 3 was announced too. We don't have a release date quite yet, but we did see a few things from.
Yeah, we do have details, which is good.
I don't know the whole. Do you want to just give it to them because I don't know?
Yeah, so I did the breakdown already. So basically, we see Palpatine on Mount Tantus, which is where Omega and Crosshairs are. So that's interesting. So he's going to be in a part of those experiments. And we saw a little bit of Palpatine in season 2, so it makes it we've seen more. It looks like we're going to see Cody again, because I saw Cody was in the trailer, and it was new footage. Also, a big thing is they're definitely building for this final season this clone uprising against the Empire, because we see not only Gregor from Rebels and Clone Wars, but who was a Republic commando that turned on the Empire. We also see Rex back once again. They're bringing in Commander Wolf for the first time since Clone Wars and Rebels, so that's going to be cool. So they really are building up. We're going to see new characters that are clone favorites getting ready for the this big clone uprising. And that's what the trailer mostly focuses on, is that, oh yeah, Cody, this is probably Cody and Rex finally reconnecting and realizing what they need to do, which is rise up against the Empire. So yeah, they focus on that, which is
interesting.
Bad Batch has
always been about. I think Bad Batch has always been trying to get to this point in the story, and I'm all for it, man. Just to see Cody, Rex, and the Bad Batch all together stand up for each other, because I mean they were all technically part of the same family. I mean, they're all clones. They all come from the same.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, yeah. They're all brothers from the same mother. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
And that mother being Jango Fett?
I guess so.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. God, I'm excited for the series, but I'm also nervous because, you know, Tech, they were willing to kill off Tech, man, just to think who they could kill off next, you know. If we were to make this is kind of a, I know this is kind of a grim thing that I'm doing here, but let's have a
Dang, you made me drop when I was chasing you.
Let's have a Deadpool really quickly. Who do you put your money on out of the Bad Batch to die next?
Well, based on this is the final season, I'll probably see either Wrecker or Hunter biting it, because unless Crosshair sacrifices himself for one of them, but I don't know if he'll do that. So I'd probably say Hunter, because if they don't get Omega back, then I could see Hunter definitely sacrificing himself.
I think they will get Omega back, but I think one of them will sacrifice himself trying to get her back, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they really only care about her at this point. Like, I don't know why. I wish she would just die already, but she got Tech killed, and I mean, I know I kind of shat on Saw Gerrera, but she also kind of got Tech killed because they're too worried about her ass, so not even okay themselves.
Where are Why are you trying to land there?
My money's on Echo. I don't know about you, but I have my money's on.
Nah, I don't think Echo's going, because I think Echo's going.
Really?
No, I think Echo is going to be okay, because I think he'll go up with Rex, and they'll go on some other adventures to continue to take down the Empire for many years, because they made a whole deal in Clone Wars about bringing him back, and I just feel like that they need him because he's still very important, because he already kind of had, the cool thing about him is he's valued as a member of the Bad Batch, but he kind of just kind of gone, well, I want to be with Rex again. I don't really care about being in this group anymore.
Yeah.
So, and
So
I think as long as
I guess the only two then, because we don't even know if Crosshair is really part of the Bad Batch anymore, so that really only leaves Wrecker and Hunter. So to be honest, so out of those two, I guess I gotta go with Wrecker, man. I mean, I know Hunter's just too much of a pivotal part of the story, and Wrecker, I mean, he's not that it's like, you know, a bad thing, but he's kind of there just for comedic moments, and he's the muscle too. And if you take the muscle away, it makes the team more vulnerable. And you know, I see him doing something like, I see him sacrificing himself for me because he cares about Echo a lot, and he loves it.
fucking Argus.
Oh, me? Sorry, guys.
Yeah, with your fucking wall.
But yeah, so hi, Joe. Aw, look at Joe. Aw, oh.
Got him.
Okay. Okay. So that's Star Wars Celebration recapped. Overall, I thought this was a really good Star Wars Celebration. Really,
I agree.
Really good. Yeah, next year is gonna be pretty cool. Next year is in Japan, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to go, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. All right, so where'd FB go?
He left the party for some reason. I don't know.
That little winker. All right, let's talk about all right, the Marvels. The trailer came out this week.
Yeah, I did.
Honestly, we've all had our differences. There he is. Oh shit, that's not good. Anyway, we're going into the realm of things that you do know. So, if you want to step up in the conversation, you can. Marvel, pretty much. So we're going to talk about the Marvels trailer that just came out this week. I'll start off with what I think. I enjoyed the hell out of this trailer. I don't care what anyone says. I've been telling you guys, give this movie a chance because it might surprise you. And sure enough, a lot of people have been pretty shocked by how good the trailer was. And I told you guys it was going to be good. So I think we're in for a treat because this trailer looks really good. And everyone looks like they're having a great time. I think Kamala definitely is a standout character. You can definitely see that she's just all in this. I think Monica is really cool. I like the cool powers she's got now. Carol, still a little bit devoid of any kind of personality, but, you know, that's to be expected. I probably expected her to be the lamest character, because she's just Carol, you know, no one really cares about her. And then you have these, the villain, who looks interesting. We have, like, I'm not sure who it is yet. I mean, I think we heard whispers that who it is, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with Ronan, maybe Ronan's daughter. So she has the hammer. She has a whole army of three with her. So this is going to be really interesting to see who the antagonist is. But the whole concept of them being tied, kind of like, you know, pretty much handcuffed together to be, like, you know, their powers all messing up and that they swap places. I think it's a really interesting concept, and I'm glad that they went into this here because I think just a basic story would have just been really boring for this movie. So
dang it, I dropped.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. She's gonna be the most fun, and I'm probably gonna just care about her the most because she's all in, and so am I. So, Joe, what did you think about the Marvels trailer?
I thought it looked like a good trailer. It looked fun. I was pleasantly surprised, and I thought it looks fun. Yeah, I like your thoughts about the villain thing. The villain thing's interesting. Let's just hope they screwed over Ronan once. So let's just hope that if they're gonna do the daughter, they do it right this time. Cause
yeah, definitely. yeah, I'm still a little bit suspect. You know, like it does look good, but you can definitely tell by the movie. It looks like in terms of framing and coloring, this movie just looks like a Marvel movie. Like it looks almost kind of like Thor: Love and Thunder. And I'm talking about in terms of you know, coloring and like the whole like feel of the movie. It looks like a Marvel, just a generic Marvel movie, but but each like little scene that we see definitely feels pretty fun. So it just looks like a fun movie. Um, you know, I don't know how good the movie's gonna be. The plot, you know, in terms of plot, story, characters, you know, it's gonna do its own thing. We'll see how it goes, but you know, the best thing I can say about this is that it at least looks like a fun movie, and that's all I really cared about. Because I only expected this trailer to be like, you know, just please give us a fun movie, and I think it delivered on that part. But you know, in terms of is it going to be good, who knows? To be honest, it's the Marvels, it's Captain Marvel, but at least it looks fun. So that's the most I can say about it. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised about what we got, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. You know, they're gonna keep marketing the movie, so we'll see what they do. Um, Joe, you got all your thoughts out, Joe?
Yeah, I'm good.
It did. Oh fuck, Joe, are you kidding me? I was looking at topics, Joe. Come on.
There's no
Okay.
safe time for you.
Um, did we cover Spider-Verse already?
Mm-mm.
We didn't. All
Yeah.
right. Let's cover Spider-Verse then. We got to do Spider-Verse trailer. Pretty much just kind of recaps everything we've seen in the first trailer. We saw a little bit more of Spot. Um, not really digging his vibe. I don't know. I hope he'll be a better villain than he's actually appearing to be, but he seems a little bit kind of a goofier character. I was kind of hoping they would take him more seriously. I know Joe, you had concerns about that.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, you want to go ahead and what do you think of Spot, FB? Yeah, definitely not. They're definitely making Miguel O'Hara's Spider-Man 2099 to be the villain of the movie. Yeah, he's not though. I don't think he is. Honestly, I'm not sure if we know the whole runtime for this movie, but I don't think that we'll see him be the antagonist for long. I think, yeah, exactly. And you know, Spot could be very well much a part of that second part. So we'll see how it plays out. But as far as I know, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Um, I really dug the vibe of this trailer though. I liked how, you know, Miles is still he's growing up, he's older, he doesn't have time for all this family stuff. He's kind of pushing away his family a little bit, which I know his family obviously is not okay with. Um, he's going to see Gwen a lot. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, there's going to be a romance between those two, and I think it's totally worth. I think there should be. Those two are. I think they're perfect for that. I think they. I mean, even though they're, which is crazy, and this shows you how much effort Sony puts into this movie, which is crazy because it's Sony, but they put so much effort into this movie that, I mean, they're animated characters, but the chemistry is just so well written and so well made, and it's crazy to say that because they're animated. They're non-existent. So, but yeah, I just exactly. You don't. And so Joe,
Dang it.
Joe.
I was trying to find you.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy though. But speaking of animation, blown away by how good this movie looks. So many colors, so many, just so there's there's so much to talk about in the trailer. Yeah, absolutely. I love the trailer though. I think I liked it way better than the first one. I like seeing all the Spider-Men come out. can't wait to see what they do with the whole Spider-Verse thing. We're definitely gonna see a lot of fun moments between all the different Spider-Men. I think that last part with all the Spider-Man chasing after Miles is gonna be so fucking dope. Probably one of the best sequences in the movie, to be honest. But yeah, yeah, it could, you know. Yeah, who knows, man. Um, but yeah, I really dug this trailer, uh, for sure. I also want to mention that there was an international trailer that came with this that featured voices from Tom, Andrew, and Toby's Spider-Man. And I don't know if it was Indian, but it was the international trailer. So, um, yeah, that was kind of crazy. So, not saying that means something, but it definitely means something. Yeah, I think we can definitely expect something from at least one of them. What are you talking about, dude? The trailer. So basically, what the trailer did was it did the whole thing with Toby, Andrew, and Tom, but then it led right into the second trailer. It just led into the trailer. So it was the trailer. No, they probably are. They probably will, to be honest. Um, Joe, what are your thoughts on the Spider-Verse trailer?
I think it's great. I'm I'm looking forward to it. It looks great. I definitely think that it's gonna be there's some really cool stuff that they're doing here with the multiverse, and I'm really curious to see how they really dive into the Spider-Verse concept further.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm super excited for this. Um, I also wanted to bring this up just for this part of the because it's kind of has to do with the same thing. But Joe was just telling me that he's hearing whispers about Spider-Man 2, the video game, somehow factoring into this movie, or vice versa. So you want to tell us a little bit about that, Joe?
Sure. Well, we know that the Insomniac Spider-Man is in this movie at least for a little bit, and
Right. Yeah.
people are saying that there's going to be a similar thing like the Ratchet and Clanks introduced with the shattering or the shifting, basically multiverse type of deals for realities. So I think that's pretty fantastic that they're kind of touching on that as a concept even.
Yeah, and this is going to be a first for Marvel if this is true because there's not a lot of examples of where you can say this video game tied into this movie, and that's going to be a really cool thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I don't understand why people wouldn't be happy with that. Um, yeah, no, I think it's a really cool concept, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. Um, that's what it will. Yeah, isn't that? How do you feel about that, Joe? Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, but I was gonna say he's the perfect character to base this whole multiverse thing around because the Spider Verse is a thing. So yeah, that was really cool. Um, all right, let's move on. Secret Invasion. Did we talk about that yet?
I don't think so.
I don't really have a lot to say about this. Uh, your viewers probably know, Joe. We've talked about Secret Invasion a few times. I'm not really excited for this show. It looks all right. I feel like it's trying to do too much. It's really trying to be the Winter Soldier. Um, I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted. Like, it could be good, it could be bad. Holy shit. We just don't know yet. But from the trailer, it looks fine. It looks watchable. I just don't know how invested I will be in this trailer or in this movie, because it just looks a little bland and whatever. Um, but I'm hoping that it'll change my mind when I see it. But right now, I'm just kind of meh on the show. What do you think, Joe?
I think it's interesting. I mean, it's going to be centered around Nick Fury, so that's got my attention. But the movie in general, it just kind of we'll have to see. Not movie, sorry, show.
Show, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait what we see. I don't really know kind of what to expect yet. I mean, the scroll concept is kind of Marvel, in my opinion. Marvel's already fucked up their biggest hope for this show because Captain Marvel made a mockery of the Skrulls. So
that's true, but we do see some super Skrulls, so that's really interesting.
Which has my interest if it's done well. So
what do you think, FB? How do you feel about Secret Invasion? It's not controversial. A lot of people do think it's gonna be. They think it's gonna be like Marvel's Andor, and I just don't see it. Marvel is. I'm not saying Marvel's incapable of writing something that good, but I don't know the people behind the show, and I haven't heard that anybody like significant. So, when you think of Tony, what's his name? Who directed Andor? Tony Gilroy.
yeah.
You know that name. You know, like I can trust him. I know who he is. But I don't know anyone who's a part of Secret Invasion, so I just don't know if I trust this, and I don't know if I'm gonna be interested. But we'll see. I mean, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about Secret Invasion, unless anyone else has anything to say about that.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm concerned about it is in the comics, Secret Invasion is so much of a bigger thing than this show. So that's why I'm so much concerned.
And I think that would have worked way better. I don't know. I mean, even if it didn't, at least we got to see some adventures. But this movie just looks so fucking, or not movie. This show looks so nothing. Like I just feel like something. I think Armor Wars works. I think Armor Wars works better as a movie because as a show, it was gonna be probably just a whole lot of nothing, you know.
Yeah, I think a movie works better for it.
And probably it's not gonna waste everybody's time, you know. Like how long is a typical MCU show? Maybe like 6 hours. We wouldn't be wasting 6 hours of our life, whereas for Armor Wars, at most we're probably wasting maybe 2 hours of our life, which it won't be the worst thing. But who knows? There could be some good things that come out of Armor Wars, but you never know. But as far as Secret Wars, which by the way, people are saying, oh, Rhodey's gonna be a Skrull. We have some. Do people forget that Armor Wars is coming up? Like, are you stupid? These people are fucking. They don't use their brain. Joe? I'm actually curious. Who do you guys think will be a Skrull? Because I feel like we're gonna get some big reveal here that someone in the MCU will be a Skrull.
I don't have any idea who would be one that we don't know of yet. I mean, they already revealed that Emilia Clarke's character is a Skrull, so
We know that, yeah, because she's the daughter.
yeah.
If you guys were to throw out one name in the MCU Who would you? I don't know. Just I would go with. I'd probably go with I don't know. Happy Hogan, maybe. I know they can't. I don't know if they can. Actually, yeah, they can use them, but yeah, exactly. Because yeah, that's the kind of they kind of screw themselves with this whole Secret Invasion thing. They were never going to be able to.
A lot of crazy stuff at the old apartment over the years.
FB, what are you doing? Was that you, Joe?
Yeah, I was looking at something real quick.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm listening to
that, Joe. Alright, that's all the Marvel stuff out of the way. Let's talk about something that I'm actually really excited for. We got our first trailer for Blue Beetle. Finally.
Yes, sir.
Goodness. After months and months of waiting for this first trailer of Blue Beetle, we finally got it. And all I can say is, wow, this looks fun, but it also looks like a stupid fucking Power Rangers movie. I don't know why, but that one scene where he's flipping the sword looks like straight out of a Power Rangers episode. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but overall, it does look. Joe, why are you going in the storm? Joe, you're going in the storm. Joe, are you okay? Tell me if you're okay, Joe.
I don't have any weapons right now.
Oh.
So
he doesn't have weapons. Joe, you know you get weapons when you spawn, right?
I got weapons now.
Fuck.
Yep.
Blue Beetle was awesome though. I'm telling you, this Zolo guy, or Sholo, however you say his name, he absolutely nailed this part, man. I mean,
Oh yeah.
100%. I do too. I think, I mean, no, not to be racist or anything, but actually I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, well, it's okay, I can say this because I'm Mexican, but he definitely feels like the Mexican version of Spider-Man. Or not Spider-Man, but more like Tom Holland, I guess.
Yeah.
But he sells his character Jaime really well, and I think the suit looks amazing too, except for that one scene. But the suit looks awesome too. I like how they didn't give him the mouth, because I thought the mouth was a little bit weird in the in Injustice and stuff. But yeah, the suit looks really good. The action, there wasn't a whole lot of action, but from what I could see, it looks fine. I like the whole family stuff. You know, George Lopez is in this for some reason. I'm not sure what else to say. This was really only just kind of a teaser. We're gonna get a full length official trailer soon, or not soon, but it comes in August. I would guess probably in either June or July we're gonna get our next trailer. But yeah, it was this one was really good. Yeah, definitely. What do you think, Joe? How do you feel about this?
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this movie, and the trailer didn't disappoint me. I'm excited. There's a lot of cool things. They show that Ted Kord's going to be referenced in the movie because you see his suit,
yeah.
so that's pretty
awesome.
Cool. I like how the suit looks. I think the action scenes look really good for what they're doing, and I think from what we see, yeah, I'm all in. I've been excited about this movie for a while, and it looks fun. Oh yeah, that's pretty much.
I actually heard that this was Gunn's first movie in the DCEU.
Yep. That's what they were saying, is it's the unofficial movie to start the universe.
And I think what a better character to start off with than somebody that a lot of people need to know more about, and that is Blue Beetle. I know Joe loves Blue Beetle.
Oh, I love Blue Beetle. Oh yeah, you got it, man. It makes sense.
I think Blue Beetle. He can do a lot of things with him, but definitely next. If I were to decide next step after this Blue Beetle movie, get Blue Beetle teamed up with Booster Gold. That would be awesome, man. I
That'd
think
be,
they would work so well off of each other.
oh yeah, it'd be cool for sure.
Uh, yeah. Overall, though, really good trailer. Can't wait to see it in August. And what was I gonna say? Fuck, I was trying to say something about it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the villain. Not sure who the villain is yet, still, but it'll probably be fine. It's probably gonna be some. It's probably gonna be some mediocre villain, to be honest. I don't care. This is Blue Beetle's movie. This isn't the villain's movie, so. Yeah.
I'm still holding my breath for the report about it being Killer Moth, but we'll see.
Killer Moth would be awesome, but I don't. From the trailer, I don't think it's leaning that way. But
It was only the teaser, so you never know.
I think it's gonna be that off-brand Killer Moth guy, or not Killer Moth, off-brand Craven the Hunter guy.
Oh, you think that's the villain? Okay, you don't think that's just a side thing?
No, but we'll see. All right, we got our first look at the Penguin. So we got an in-production trailer, and holy shit, this show just looks off the fucking charts. This is going to be DC's probably best TV show that they've done. And I watched Gotham, and I want to tell you, Gotham was awesome. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I think absolutely it is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Really, Joe? Yeah. But this show looks so fucking peak. I mean, it looks just... Oh my god. Colin Farrell looks amazing. I mean, that... I was just say that one shot of him just looked just very Tony Soprano. Me and Joe talked about this a couple times, but this movie looks like DC's Sopranos.
Yeah, the show looks very...
I love that show too. But yeah, they're gonna do a lot of great things with his character, and they're gonna do a lot of great things with the DC characters in this show. I don't know how many we're gonna see. I know we are expecting to see Robert Pattinson's Batman return too, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good shit in this series. Unfortunately, we just got an in-production teaser. Just pretty much all we've seen is just shots of him, so nothing crazy. But yeah, it looks right. So yeah, looks very, very good though. Very good. Well done, HBO and DC. Yeah. All right. So now we're getting out of the DC stuff. So we got 3 more topics. Hallelujah. Let's talk about Indiana Jones. We got a new trailer for Indiana Jones and the Battle of Destiny, and I've been a fan. Indiana Jones is one of my favorite characters, fictional characters. One of my favorite movies, watching as a kid. And this trailer, from what I've seen, this new trailer that had the little stone song in it, just really well made. And oh man, can't wait for this. I mean, when you hear the words, Indiana Jones and James Mangold, you know you're in for a peak movie. So this movie's gonna be fucking amazing. And this trailer just had me up even more for it. And I can't wait to see what they do. I think Harrison Ford, one thing I loved about Indiana Jones is Harrison Ford's all in. He's all in this character, because we know he hates Star Wars, but at least he doesn't hate Indiana Jones, and that makes me happy because Indiana Jones is one of my favorite characters across fiction. So yeah, I just can't wait for this movie. Even though I know this will be his last movie as Indiana Jones, looks like one hell of a way to end off this amazing quadrilogy. I know there's 5 movies now because I keep reading about Crystal Skull. So whatever. The series looks like a great end to the series. What do you think, Joe? Did you watch that trailer?
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking
you
forward
did a
to
reaction.
it.
I forgot that. You did a reaction to it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Dang,
What are your thoughts though? What I mean, what do you think?
it looks like it's gonna be a good Indiana Jones movie. Like the trailers just kind of give the vibe that this is a good way to end it. James Mangold, I trust. I think he's got a good plan, and I think they're gonna do it.
What do you think, FE? It is, but I feel like it's gonna be more than that though, because they know that this is gonna be the send off to a really important a really important character that a lot of people grew up with. So, um, I mean, honestly, I don't know if this is my introduction to Indiana Jones was the Lego games, and I played the shit out of those games. So I've been obsessed with Indiana Jones for the longest time, and yeah, I loved it, man. I can't wait. And I'm not saying like for sure, but since there is this fifth movie, we could be getting a Lego Indiana Jones 3. Just saying. Probably not though, but it could happen. I do want it. Um, I don't know if I should bring this one up because I don't know, Joe, did you watch the trailer for the Continental show?
Yeah,
You did watch, okay, good. So we got our first trailer for the upcoming show on Peacock, called The Continental. It's based off the world of John Wick, and it focuses on the origin of the Continental. And I was just blown away by how good this trailer looks and how good. I mean, you talk about, people were really concerned about how, these movies and series were going to look without John Wick in them, and it totally delivers, man. I mean, this show looks so fucking good. It looks like it still reuses all the things that made John Wick amazing, and then some. So I'm really excited for the show. Not sure how long it's gonna be, how many episodes, but I was really impressed from what I saw. And oof, I'm gonna watch the shit out of this, man. This just looks like a fucking awesome show to watch. Do you, Fe? Did you watch John Wick? Do you care about this?
yeah, I'm still here. I think we lost Jake though. No, we lost Jake. He's been having internet connection issues. Yep. Yeah, no, we were talking about just this trailer. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. Or not, or I'll go to bed when he's... see what's happening to him. This has happened a lot to him tonight. I don't even know if he's still in this match with me. Yeah. Oh, he says he's... No, you can talk to me. I'm listening. You sound like you had news to tell me and then you just kind of stopped. He said it was 1 second last time, huh? Bro's got us confused. Oh, he's back. He should return. He's probably getting his mic adjusted. He probably got pissed off because his mic was fucking him so bad. Mm-hmm. He got kicked again. I'm laughing at the fact that he got kicked again. If he gets kicked again, then I'm gonna call it and I'm out. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm here.
What the fuck is going on?
Sorry, I don't even know what happened. It literally just kicked me out of the game for no reason. It wasn't even. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, that's not true. I don't complain, right, Joe?
Not usually, but
Yeah. um. Okay. Let's just finish this so we can get out of here.
I agree.
Continental. Yeah, Joe. You watched the trailer. What do you think?
I loved it. I'm all about it. I think it looks great. I think it looks like we're gonna really get a new look at this world, and it's gonna be for the better.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very excited for the trailer or for the show. I'm gonna watch the shit out of this. We'll definitely do. We're gonna do some watch parties for this, right, Joe? Because
Oh yeah,
this is
for sure.
yeah. Looks awesome. Okay, and then last thing here we have, um, is talking about the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I just threw this in here because I wasn't gonna put in the other movies that we watched because like I don't think everyone wants to hear us talk about Air or anything. So
Even though it's great
um,
and they should.
it's a great yeah, but like this is more of a comic booky, video gamey kind of podcast. So
See, when I do podcasts, I talk about whatever. That's what people do.
yeah, but just to speed it up, we won't talk about Air. Air, let's just say that Air was good. That's all you need to know. Air, go watch Air, really good. But Super Mario was it perfect? No, but was it good? Yes, it was good for what it was. There was a lot of great things to love about the movie. The animation was chef's kiss. Um, Voice acting was eh. There were some of them like Chris Pratt's Mario was okay, but there were some times where it kind of sounded different from time to time. Seth Rogen just didn't even try; it was just his voice. And then other than that, though, I think most of them are pretty good. Obviously, Jack Black had the best one. I mean, completely unrecognizable voice. So that was awesome. And then yeah, and a lot of great things like Easter eggs and references through the score. You could definitely hear there was a ton of like themes from all the Mario games in this movie, and then like little like nods and references. Like there's characters like, oh my god, it's Shy Guy, or like, oh my god, it's the blue shell from Mario Kart, or oh my god, it's Yoshi at the end of the credits scene. So yeah, there's a lot of great cool things in here. This was definitely a huge pleaser for any Mario fan, or really any fan of video games. I mean, you could just appreciate this movie for that. So yeah, fucking awesome movie. So much fun. Definitely want to watch it again, even though I've seen it like twice. But it's just that fun of a movie. It's just a fun movie to watch. And it's enjoyable. And last thing I want to say is peaches, 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 peaches. Okay. All right. So Joe, what do you think of Super Mario?
I liked the movie. It was fun. It was what you expect. If you played the games, then it was a fun movie. If you're interested in that world and you liked Sonic, but you wanted something a little bit more accurate, then this was fun. It was a fun movie.
FB, did you see it? All right. What are your thoughts? Well, let's give credit where credit's due. Illumination really just animated this movie. Nintendo pretty much gave Illumination the tools and the requirements, and then Illumination kind of did the rest. But it was more Nintendo really shaped this movie to be what it is. Illumination just kind of executed it, you know. Yeah, but Nintendo had total full control, so you could definitely tell that Nintendo put their all into this movie. Yeah, Chris Pratt as Mario. I was gonna say nobody doesn't know who Mario is. Let's just say that. Definitely. The score and the soundtrack, because you could tell like in the score, you could hear a ton of like one of the like there was one moment where I was listening to the score of the movie, and I just kind of got goosebumps, and that was when they were on Rainbow Road, because I could hear the Rainbow Road theme kind of playing, and I was like, oh my god, that's the Rainbow Road theme, and but they also incorporated licensed songs, which was at first I was kind of iffy, but I appreciate it more now that I realize that if you notice, all the licensed songs they picked were 80s songs, and that's exactly the timeline where a lot of adults first first played the original Donkey Kong and Mario. So yeah, I thought that was a really smart decision by them. It always sounds like Chris Pratt. That's Chris Pratt. Yeah, yeah. I think Jack Black was good. Charlie Day was actually surprisingly good as Luigi. Like, for some reason, even though it sounds just like Charlie Day, I didn't have that same moment of like listening to him and thinking I didn't say that's Charlie Day, and I just thought that's Luigi. Yeah. Um, I think Keegan Michael Key did pretty good as Toad. Toad always has an annoying voice, but that's fine. I think it totally works here. You didn't make it too annoying, which was probably like the most difficult thing about that character is like don't make the voice too annoying, and I think you did a good job of that. And then Anna Taylor Joy, just kind of just really all she did was just do an American accent. That's all she really did. I wouldn't say predictable, but just more like, you know what? I actually was I'm gonna say this. The plot when I first watched this movie was a complete 180 because I had no idea that they were gonna incorporate the whole Bowser wanting to marry Princess Peach thing. That was a complete like that was completely left field. Like I had no idea that was coming. So I will give them props. True, yeah. Yeah, there's a few gripes I have with the movie, and one of them is that I feel like Luigi was kind of robbed of a lot of screen time in this movie. I get why, because of what happened to him, but I don't know. I feel like he could have put a Luigi. Yeah, out of an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, Mario and Peach kind of took all that, and you know what? I don't mind seeing Peach for an hour because I could look at her all day with that fine eye. So crazy. Oh, yeah. There's definitely. I mean, we know that we saw the post-credit scene. We know they're kind of setting up our next one, but now yeah. We know it's the. And you know what? I think Nintendo saw the reception of this movie and they say, you know what? If people like Mario, who's to say that they can't make something for Zelda or Metroid or Star Fox? Yep. Definitely do. That's racist. But yeah. I would love a Smash Bros. Movie, man. That would be a dream come true, to be honest. I would give Mario a 7.5. Joe, what would you give this movie?
I'd go.
Joe.
Yeah, I'd go 7. I'd go 7.5 as well.
What? Wait, what? You like? Okay. I'd probably give this and Sonic 2 the same score. Sonic 1 though is maybe like a 6 though for me. It's solid 6. Well, Sonic 1's meh, but yeah, definitely enjoyed this one, and I look forward to seeing what they do. Yeah. No, you're definitely no. I thought it was a good movie for sure. Definitely. Lots to like about it. Anyway, that's a. Oh, but yeah. Anyway, that wraps up for our podcast tonight. Good podcast, a lot of good topics. Everyone.
Yeah, guys.
So yeah. Thank you to everybody. You all did a really good job.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Take care, Jeff.
Yep. Okay.